Okay, so here we are. We are a little bit behind schedule on this job, but no big deal because there's a lot of quality going into this job, especially considering the fact that it's a custom turbo job and part. Actually, it has turned out now that we've got it all apart. We've gotten into it. We understand where the failure started. We understand what's happened. We've put all the data together. Part of the custom turbo job actually is the rear main seal. Looks like the rear main seal was pushed out, and that's why it was leaking the way it was. So we've gone ahead and remedied that. We installed a brand new rear main seal. On top of a brand new rear main seal, we also took a little bit of time and we installed we went ahead and dropped the rear main seal housing. And we installed a beefed up gasket for the rear main seal housing, and then went ahead and sealed everything back together with silicone and sealant, gasket sealant, and left it at that. So it's not every day that I glue everything back together with silicone and sealant, but for this application, I went ahead and chose to do that. So I'm now reinstalling everything. As you can see, I've got my flywheel back up there. This right here is part of my rear main job. You can see inside of there, silicone in between the rear main housing and the oil pan gasket, plus all the oil's been cleaned off and good. So we'll, yeah. Yep. I mean, not a whole lot to it. It just had to take some extra time and pull off that housing back there. And, kind of have an arts and crafts project and, lay down a layer of silicone, then lay down my gasket, then lay down a second layer of silicone. And when I put it all back together, I only had one chance really to get it all stabbed because I had all that silicone and gasket sealer on there. So I, did it all to perfection and got it all stabbed in one shot. And so now we're just getting everything installed. And as you can see, I've made my marks. So everything will install back to perfection the exact same way that it came off. And these bolts now on this flywheel are under constant motion, extremely high RPMs. If you're running 1,200 rotations per minute, well, then these bolts are flying around at 1,200 rotations per minute. So whenever I do flywheel bolts just to cover myself and to ensure safety and security, I do like to use a little bit of thread locker. So we will add a little bit of thread locker to these bolts here. And I don't even use heavy duty strength. I just use medium strength because you never know when somebody might need to go back in there and pull them out. We don't want it to be an impossible job to do in the future if this does happen again. So we will get everything relined back up for you here. It's fun doing this one-handed. One of these days, I will get a GoPro. If anybody's looking to bless your mechanic with a Christmas present, a GoPro camera would be nice. So we'll install each and every one of these bolts. And the way I'm going to do this is I'm going to do this by hand first, all the way around. That way, we minimize the chances of damaging anything. This is all aluminum.